everyone, and welcome to your favorite quarantine educational program. Today we have a special program because our reporter Laura Vargas are going to tell us a little bit about training in psychology.
Thank you for receiving, Carla. And as you said, today we will cover a topic about Gen of educational psychology, and it is DUA methodology, seeks to promote inclusive education.
These topics are going to be really useful and inspiring for people in this quarantine. So we will start with the approach of the term DUA. Following with this, we will see an interview with a specialist of the topic. And then we have the Colombian examples of the topic and the final comment.
Do not change the channel. Remember, in this quarantine we are all together regardless of distance.
Thanks for staying with us. We will start with the definition of DUA. So we bring to you some specialists of the topic. So we go with you, girls.
Hi, Carla and Laura. My name is Leah, and I am going to talk about DUA. It is an acronym in Spanish that translates Universal Design for Learning. DUA aims design easily accessible products and environments so that people with functional diversity can easily use them without the need to adapt or redesign existing products.
Thanks Laura and Carla for the invitation. I'm going to talk about a little bit of the origins of DUA. Heredero 2018 said that DUA arises from a need of flexibility, changing methodology, evaluation, and the things that we consider normal education, creating a new curriculum that could integrate every single need everyone and every child have.
Sanchez and Diaz comment that the objective of DUA is that all students have the same learning opportunity.
So now we are going to talk about the structure. Heredero 2018 said that the structure of DUA is dividing into three main networks that analyze through brain active action different ways of stimulating student learning. The first is the affective network, which is the response of exposing the reason of learning, facilitating the understanding of motivation and commitment in the student. Second is recognition network, this being the bridge to understand the what of learning, allowing analysis of means of representation and resources. Third and finally, there is the network strategies where you can understand the how of learning, they basically focus on expression and action.
Each of them represents a type of student, and with it different methods of how to help them find a method that fits with their way of learning. Some examples of the implementation of DUA in the classroom, such as teaching the whole class the interpretation of Braille, means of communication for people with visual disabilities, or sign language media for the hearing impaired. Likewise, useful elements were described to achieve this end, resources within the classroom, stimulation through the sense, and a variety of methodology in order that each student has the same opportunity to learn.
Concluding in this way that DUA is not only for people with functional diversity, it's for every single student. Why? Because it increases the learning capacities and development of every single person.
Of course, but it's important said that Gallego, Espada, and Gonzalez affirm that there is limited knowledge about DUA, so its application is considerably scarce. Thank you very much, girls, for this brief introduction about DUA. It was very interesting and clear. Now, we bring you an interview with a specialist in the topic. Welcome, Maria Jimena.
Maria Jimena, well, we would like to start to asking you if you know something about the DUA methodology.
Sí la conozco. He trabajado bastante de cerca con la profesora Evelyn Díaz y adicionalmente hace cerca de 12 años trabajo con niños con dificultades de aprendizaje en mi consulta privada, lo que me ha conducido a analizar bastante sobre diseños universales de aprendizaje, pensando en aulas donde haya cabida para todos los niños con y sin dificultades.
Thank you, Maria Jimena. Now tell us, how have you applied this methodology in your profession and your daily life?
Lo trato de realizar tanto en mi práctica docente como en mi práctica privada. Una de las maneras en las que puedo darles un ejemplo como docente es que generalmente las preguntas de mis parciales tienen diferentes tipologías de pregunta para que se beneficien todos mis estudiantes frente a la manera de responder sobre sus conocimientos. favorezco trabajos en equipo con maestras y psicólogas escolares para construir los diseños universales de aprendizaje y los PRs de los niños con dificultades de aprendizaje.
Very interesting, thank you so much. Now I would like that you could tell me about the strengths and weakness that maybe you could highlight of the model.
Pues le reconozco más fortalezas que debilidades. Considero que favorece la flexibilidad en el maestro en la medida en que debe diversificar su manera de enseñanza y esa flexibilidad la hace un mejor maestro. Considero que a los niños los beneficia porque efectivamente, aunque con frecuencia se piensa en el DUA solo para niños con dificultades, muchos de los diseños universales dentro de un aula benefician a niños con y sin dificultades, lo que hace que se busquen estrategias de aprendizaje que beneficien a toda la población. Es la dificultad para que maestras y maestros comprendan que hay maneras diferentes de aprender y de enseñar. Otra de las debilidades que veo es que para el profesor con frecuencia no es fácil pensar de una manera más amplia y más universal, lo que hace que cuando se le solicita realizar el diseño universal de aprendizaje, el maestro percibe que es un extra tiempo que tiene que trabajar y no se da cuenta que los más beneficiados son sus alumnos y por ende él.
Okay, thank you, María Jimena. To conclude, we would like to know how this methodology is reflected here in Colombia. What do you think? Give us an example and explain it, please.
Aunque el DUA hoy es considerado desde hace un par de años un tema que está cobijada por una ley, tristemente siento que no se ve reflejado con facilidad, especialmente creo que en los contextos de educación pública donde hay un vacío muy grande. Algunos colegios han empezado a entender que el diseño universal de aprendizaje beneficia al aula, entonces encontramos a la profesora que busca diferentes maneras como presentarle a los estudiantes un video o él hacer un video y luego poner un texto y luego hacer un juego kinestésico donde vaya reforzando los aprendizajes. Pero tristemente siento que en Colombia todavía nos falta bastante para pensar en diseños universales de aprendizaje y sus metodologías.
Thank you, María Jimena, for your time and for sharing with us a little bit about your knowledge. Now we are going to share with you some examples on DUA in Colombia. Prepare your ears and your eyes.
The Faculty of Education of the University of La Sabana offers a diploma in Universal Design of Learning, which has the objective of strengthening the pedagogical practice of teachers of initial and basic primary education from the appropriation of the fundamentals of universal design for learning from the perspective of inclusive education and is aimed at teachers.
Another example here in Colombia is Decree 1421 of Ministry of National Education. Established that DUA allows the teacher to transform the classroom and pedagogical practice and facilitates the evaluation and monitoring of learning. The universal design will not exclude technical aids of particular groups of people with disabilities when needed.
According to Espada, Gallego, and González, currently in Colombia, DUA is not being applied institutionally, but each educator has taken certain guidelines of his methodology and has applied it independently to their students. That is, each teacher has adapted the DUA methodology according to their way of teaching.
Thank you so much for staying until the end. Now we are going to read comments that come from you. Thank you so much for coming. I know and we know that you like so much the topic of DUA. So let's start.
Sophia comments that, according to Whitehead, education is the acquisition of the art of the use of knowledge. An example of this is education through DUA, since from the beginning it seeks to stimulate each child according to their abilities. When the teacher explains sign language to all of his students, he not only encourages language for people with hearing and speech disabilities, but also stimulates those who do possess this skill, giving them the opportunity to acquire new knowledge and using it to communicate with others, making the classroom equitable. Additionally, Whitehead proposed that not all teaching methods work for all children, confirming the importance of applying DUA in the classroom. We agree with you, Sofia. Thank you very much for sharing it.
So now we are going to read a message from Lucy. She comments that Delors 2013 talks about contemporary individualism, where she states that education must restore everyone's confidence and with its social respect, an objective that the implementation of DUA achieves. Since the teacher of having it has the needs and facilities of each student, it will be able to generate great link with it and will also allow it be evaluate according to its abilities, thus increasing its confidence also by the fact of generating more confidence and inclusion through diverse teaching. It is possible to research a point of social respect among students. So, wow, Lucy, this is incredible. Thank you very much. We value your time to write.
Yes, Carla. It is very interesting to see all these publications on Twitter about DUA. I just found a very interesting one. Antonio sends a message saying that Black and Allen talk about Vygotsky sociocultural vision of learning, establishing in this way that diverse interaction encourage children to learn more, which is why in a classroom in where children with different capacities are found, it is equivalent to learning from different social and cultural constructions, thus having different perspectives, expanding the capacity to learn.
For finish with today's comments, I received a comment from Cesar. Wolfok 2018 talks about multicultural education, which is a file of a study designed to increase equality in all the students, helping them to understand how the knowledge influences your beliefs, reducing your prejudice, and creates a social structure. Hence that are very conscious with purpose of DUA. We are completely agree with you, Cesar, and thank you so much for coming.
Unfortunately, we reached the end of our broadcast, but we cannot leave without first giving thanks for receiving us on your screen once again. We hope you like the theme on this trend in educational psychology tour.
Completely agree with you. It was an excellent broadcast. And remember that educational quarantine are going to be always your home. Although we are so far away, but we can always hug together. Thank you so much.